morning, Stingrays. This is your morning announcement.
Good morning, Stingrays, and welcome to another week at New Smyrna Beach Middle School. Please keep in mind the rules that we have in place. No hats and hoods are allowed on campus. Your phones need to be put away all day. They need to be put in your backpack. And also the 10-10 policy. Students, remember with attendance that you're on time to school and you're here every day. And then also make sure you're not tardy to classes. We have a dance that's going to be coming up in December and another one in the first week of May. So you want to make sure that you do not have more than 2 referrals, and you can get referrals for tardies. So let's make sure we're all working together, and I hope that you have a wonderful last week of September. Good morning, Stingrays. As you may know, there has been an increase around the county in students making fake threats to schools on social media where they can be shared rapidly or through messages with friends. You all know that our school uses Fortify Florida to allow you to submit tips whenever you see or hear suspicious activity. Today we want to show you a real news clip from last week featuring the Volusia County Sheriff and our school district leaders that talks about the proper time to submit a tip or tell an adult, as well as the impact of making threats or spreading rumors.
I want to continue our coverage now of school safety concerns across Central Florida. Over the last week, law enforcement agencies across the area have been dealing with a spike in school threats. Volusia County Sheriff's Office says 2 Heritage Middle School students aged 13 and 14 were arrested for posting school shooting threats on TikTok and Instagram. Both students charged with making written threats to kill, which is a felony. Spectrum News 13's Maciel Leyva joining us live tonight from DeLand. And Maciel, the school district and the sheriff really teaming up with an important message for parents and students.
That's right, Greg. Just in the last 24 hours, Sheriff Mike Sherwood said they have received 54 tips through the Fortify Florida reporting app, totaling 207 since the beginning of the school year. Volusia County leaders and the Sheriff's Office say safety and security is their top priority, and they investigate every single threat. But today they had a message for parents and students, warning them about the consequences of these threats on social media. Following 2 student arrests for posting threats on social media to commit a school shooting, Volusia County Sheriff Mike Sherwood issued a message to parents.
Parents, you don't want to raise your kids? I'm going to start raising them. Every time we make an arrest, your kid's photo is going to be put out there. And if I could do it, I'm going to perp walk your kid so that everybody can see what your kid's up to. He said since last night, they have received more than 54 tips of threats to school, costing the county $21,000 to investigate them. The tips that are coming in today, overwhelmingly, it's the same tip where somebody kept hitting send, saying the same exact thing. The sheriff said 2 Heritage Middle School students ages 13 and 14 were arrested for posting threats on TikTok and Instagram to commit a school shooting, and they're investigating another person. The land resident Angela Bowen is a mom of 4. She says this morning one of her children who goes to the Land Middle School got this picture showing there was police presence on campus following a threat.
It's very frightening, scary. I have 3 in middle school, 1 in elementary. It's just when you get them calls or messages, you just don't know what to think. With what happened in Georgia just last week, it's very frightening.
Director of Safety and Security, Captain Todd Smith, said these threats result in losing instructional time.
For shutting down our schools to try to protect the kids because some kids made a false tip, it's interrupting their ability to learn.
So far this year, Sheriff Sherwood said they have received 207 threats, 11 weapons have been found on school campuses, and 7 people have been arrested for written threats to kill. The school district has more than 30 school resource deputies on campuses, as well as metal detectors during athletic events and randomized screenings.
It's a deterrent. If this exercise stops one student from being a weapon on this campus, it's worth it.
School leaders and the sheriff warn students that all threats are taken seriously, and even threats from anonymous accounts can be traced, even if the post and the account itself are deleted.
We will chase you down and find you. Stop doing it. We need to focus on educating our students. This disrupts our learning environment each and every day.
The sheriff said they will be adding a weapons detection canine by November as another tool to keep students safe. Live in Volusia County,
As you heard, even if these threats turn out to be fake or jokes, they are taken seriously and investigated by law enforcement. There are many consequences for making threats. Threats cause fear, disrupt our school day, and cost a lot of money to investigate. Threats also lead to disciplinary action, such as expulsion and even arrest, even if it was just a joke or you didn't mean it. We encourage everyone to take this information seriously and continue to see something, say something. You play an important role in keeping our schools safe, and we ask that you continue reporting concerns to a trusted adult or to Fortified Florida. At the same time, it's also important to understand the responsibility that comes with what we share on social media and text messages. Even anonymous posts or things you say out loud can be tracked by law enforcement and held accountable. Together, we can keep our school a safe environment. Thank you for your attention, and let's all continue to look out for one another.
Welcome to The Sitch, where Stingrays discuss everyday situations. Today's situation will be: you have a big argument with your friend and they tell your other friend that they are going to fight you. What do you do?
I would probably be a bit confused on why they would tell our other friend and get them included in it, because that will just lead them into trouble as well. And I would probably discuss it with a counselor and tell them that this person wants to fight me and I want to fight them back, but I don't want to hurt somebody.
I would say I would tell the counselor and be like, we just got into a little argument and now they want to fight me and I don't want to fight them back because I don't want to get in trouble and I just want to be good.
I would tell them, I would say why, and then if it's a bad reason, go to the counselor. If it's a good reason, still go to the counselor and just tell them everything that happened.
Good, I like those. Something specific about that, it says, tell my friend, right? So I think it's really important that kids actually report things that they're hearing themselves, because a lot of times, and not that that's the case, but a lot of times kids say things, right? Hey, your friend said they want to fight you, which may not be true. So I'm always 100% for what you actually hear with your own words from that person, because everything else can just be a bunch of nonsense, right? But in that case, if you do feel like, hey, maybe this friend does want to fight me, absolutely, you guys are all right. You report it. It doesn't have to be a counselor, it can be an administrator or anybody, but you come see us. If you feel like you cannot handle it yourself with just communicating with your friend, you absolutely come see us and we'll try and, do some peer mediation with you guys. So when you leave that room, you guys are, the situation is over.
Bye.
Theater is doing an ice bucket challenge.
From September 30th to October 3rd, Theater will be collecting donations to see which teacher will get the ice bucket.
Each teacher will have a jar. Whoever's jar earns the most money, it will get the ice bucket.
Will it be Miss Chris, Miss Kieran, Mr. Brody, Coach Kress, Miss Riley, or Officer Deal? Donations will be collected before school from September 30th to October 3rd.
Is the New England Patriots.
NFL team is Tampa Bay.
NFL team is the Dolphins.
Football team is the Miami Dolphins.
Team is the San Francisco 49ers.
Football team is the Green Bay Packers.
Team is the Dolphins.
NFL team is the Chiefs.
Is the Jacksonville Jaguars.
The Eagles.
Teams, the Chiefs.
Nelson Junior Honor Society.
That's it, Stingrays. Have a great weekend, and remember, Stingrays first.